morning here in Queensland. It's just stunning weather. Winter is just the most beautiful, beautiful time of year here in Queensland. And it's been a busy morning so far. I woke up early, jumped on our team call where we heard just the most exciting announcements. Received our dates for those of us that have qualified for our Thailand trip, where all of our accommodation and meals and transfers and tours and everything's all included, which is just so generous and so exciting. We just got to get get ourselves there, our return flights, and then everything else is taken care of. And I've got to tell you, I went to Xiamen in China and Singapore in January. That was all expenses paid by the company, and they really just looked after us so well. There was no expense spared. We just stayed in the most beautiful hotels and the most delicious food and just had the most amazing, incredible time. So I'm so, so excited for this trip coming up. But the most exciting part for me and the part that just makes me so happy is that I've already got, I think, four or five team members already qualified, and the qualification period hasn't even ended yet. So, just super exciting for that, and it's actually a really achievable qualification. So, even somebody that started today and they made 3 sales could qualify for the trip, which is just mind-blowingly generous. So not only, paying themselves back for their device, but also qualifying. I think it's 4 nights and 5 days. Uh, yeah, something like something like that off the top of my head, but just 3 nights, 4 days, something along those lines. I'll have to the maths properly in my head. Oh damn! I'll be back. I've just realised that my battery on my laptop's on 13%, and it'll go super quick. I'll be back. I know how this plays. There we go. There we go. I know how this plays out with this laptop, and it can just go from 13 to 0 in a heartbeat, and that would not be cool. So yeah, Thailand, super, super excited by that. And what, just what an opportunity, what an amazing opportunity, which makes me just so excited about we offer, because without an incredible product, we don't have a business. There'd be all kinds of company complaints and problems, and there's just not. Without an outstanding world-class product, you don't have a leg to stand on in business. You're going to be out of business very soon. So testament to the fact that the company's already a $2 billion company in 3.5 years, that there's multiple millionaires that have come out of Asia already. Our very first one in North America just in the last couple of months, and we're only scratching the surface of the English speaking market. Just is just so mind blowing to me. I've never been in this positioning in a company before. I'm just so grateful to be here. So grateful to be aligned with a product that really matters to me in the wellness space, that's changing lives, making a difference, because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, making a difference. So just absolutely lights me up. So just stumbling over my words, but just feel so blessed, so grateful, so proud to be aligned with this company, and just so grateful that it found its way to me, and that there was something in me that just decided to take a second look even after I'd said no the first time. Like, I can't believe that I actually said no to start with. I thought the thing that I was doing, this would be a distraction. And it turns out that the thing that I was doing was not the path that my soul really wanted to be on. And if you've seen my blood video, it turns out my blood knew. My blood knew before I did, really. My blood knew before my heart knew, before my mind knew. It knew that there was something really special about these products, and it's evidenced in my before and after blood videos. And, that's really, what else do I need apart from that? Because that's the proof there, you know, in plain sight. Anyway, that's my first part of the morning, super exciting. But then I had another thought come yesterday, and it was on the back of a comment that somebody had made about not being done right. And it just made me think about all the ways in which things can be done, and that being done right is only somebody's opinion, right? So being done right, I mean, yeah, there's some, you know, some things that need a sequence of and protocols attached to them, like you want the surgeon to remove the tools from inside your body before he stitches you up. Just as one example. You don't want them to follow that sequence of events. But if you're talking about making a cake in the kitchen, and you've got somebody who cleans up as they go, and does dishes as they go, and then the kitchen's pristine before that cake comes out of the oven, versus the person who's messy and mixes the cake, and they've still got utensils and things everywhere, ingredients are everywhere. They get the cake out of the oven, they ice it, they have the first slice, give other slices to the rest of the family or friends or whoever, and then they worry about cleaning up entirely later. Or I'm building a fire, like my fires, I'm a hot mess with how I with how I go about lighting my fires out in the backyard. Some people might like to have a very certain, sequence and way of going about, lighting fires and having logs just so, or whatever the case may be, or even garden designs. Some people like really formal gardens. Some people like cottage gardens that just are wild and do their own thing. But at the end of the day, whether you clean up before or you clean up after, the cake still turns out amazing. Whether you are a hot mess building fires or you like it done in a certain way, the pile still gets burnt. Whether you like a formal garden or a country garden, either way, the garden is, in harmony in some way, shape, or form, whether it's, from a formal perspective or whether it's from a country cottage perspective. Everything matches and everything aligns. It's just a matter of personal preference and personal taste. So the real message from that is that whether you like to be organized and structured and have everything just so, or whether you're a hot mess like I am, and there's, I'm looking around my office, there's mess. I'm not a structured person. I fly by the seat of my pants, and yet still we can all create whatever it is that we want to create. We can still build a business. We can still bake a cake. We can still light a fire. We can still make a garden. And if your zucchinis still grow in the formal garden and they still grow in the cottage garden, who cares, just so long as the end result is your beautiful homegrown organic zucchinis, for example. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The thing is, the activity is the most important part. And you're having a recipe, of course, if you're baking a cake, critically important to have a recipe. Otherwise, you're going to have something that doesn't turn out how you want it to turn out. And we're so lucky with this business that we have a recipe. We have so many tools and resources that I really don't have to be the customer service side of things. Yeah, like customer follow up, customer care. But if there's product questions, if there's technical questions, if there's websites, resources, all of that kind of thing, it's all done for me. I just point somebody in the right direction and it's all there laid out for them, replicated websites, just incredible. So yeah, that's just my shared thoughts for the day. Gonna jump off. I've got a call at 12:30, but I got to tell you, life is super exciting and fun at the moment. And if you're looking for something that's really different to anything that you've been part of before, a product that can still make your heart sing, especially if you're in the wellness space and you really love helping people, making a difference, you want to make an income, whether it be part time, spare time, full time, whatever the case may be, there's room for everyone because it's not based on a monthly qualification. Your volume doesn't flush at the end of the month. When you hit a rank, you keep the rank. There's none of that kind of stuff that's seen in traditional network marketing companies. And that's the part that's given me the most freedom, the most feeling of spaciousness, the most balancing actually of my nervous system is just not having that pressure to perform and going at my own pace and being completely myself in alignment with the values and things that matter most to me. I could burst into tears right now. Honestly, I could burst into tears right now. So, if that's something that you're looking for, you'd like to learn how you could earn a trip to Thailand, you'd like to learn more about the products, or you'd like to learn more about the business opportunity, or even you want a great cake recipe, hit me up and I'll catch up with you soon. Much love, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This video was actually created with Restream, so I'm hoping that it's streaming out to all the places that I wanted it to. But much love. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. See you then. Bye.